Alright, sorry about that. I just had to disconnect and reconnect to the internet. Okay. Let's get back into some Esoteric Ebb. I don't know why it is not launching. There we go. And now my screen capture isn't working. Ah, there we go. All sorts of technical issues today, unfortunately. Interesting. There's still a person we haven't met. Oh, I wonder, was there anything else in the session notes? Someone or something is trying to keep you from discovering the truth, and now you've found it. A secret passage leading far, far down into the wilds of the Undercoast. Search every corner, talk with every person. That's the new stuff. Alright, well, it seems like our only options are past this troll. And he's got our mystical man in yellow captured. Interesting. Engage. Oh, shit. Actually, first, I am unfortunately gonna Alt F4. I meant to go to the shrine, re-equip, enhance ability, and cast it again. Oopsie. Annoying that I'll have to use a bone dust, but prepare spells. Charm person. Comprehend languages, cure wounds, detect alignment, grease, inflict wounds, speak with animals, bark skin, enhance ability, creative healing, protection from good, vitality, crusader's mantle, knock, finish. Another spell that I would want on here. Unlike Bless in D&D, it only applies to yourself. Is there anything else to talk about with Etir? We've already done this. Why? Never learned. Does magic even work? This is annoying, but I'm unable to teach yourself. That is a strong word. Yes, it is. Golden Hut does not seem balanced. Like the chaos, don't you? God damn it. Interesting. How long? Oh. Understand. Alright. Annoying, but you take it. Yeah, that's, if I had one small complaint so far about this game, it's that sometimes checks. Great dragon roasting some snails. You step out on the edge. The vast undersea chasm greets you. Its teal mist looks inviting. Look beyond the mist. You can see far, but not far enough. The gravity flip must be only a few 100 feet below. Wow, look at the wall beneath you. On it, you see a colorful depiction of a battle. Snails versus a dragon. The red scales, the many-colored flames. This is Esuth, the wild dragon who claimed this land for his own. The archetypal tyrant. Can you... be as it is? Listen to her. I see you. Eomestra! It is whelming. A great connection. You answer. Get closer. Kneel down, touch the stone. You feel it twist beneath you, turning wide, swallowing, consuming every flake of skin off your surface, all of it to have you melt away into the stone. This is it. Yes. The lowest point of architectural, infrastructural, ontological, megatonical base. The lowest point of the city. This is where she watches. Greetings. Locus. Greetings, young one. Oh, that's a new voice. Beware, it is powerful. I am no harm to you, Etir. Nor am I in any way in opposition to your goals. That is an ominous way to start a conversation. It should be more clear then. I ask nothing of you. Nothing but a word. Right, but that's something. Right, I believe you. Why should I believe you? That's something. Something. A word is something. You are a semantic man. Most of your kind are. Arcanist. I am no arcanist. Interesting. But you look like one. Through the strings. I wished to see you, close and near. For you are being watched by one such ignorant flame, yet I know not why. Look over your shoulder. The voice turns into a vast mist, soaring across the misty chasm. Then it forms once more into words, that feminine sigh seeping into your ears. I am Eomestra, the second apprentice. I hold no sovereignty over these lands, nor do I wish to uphold any divine delusions. I am a ghost, trapped in stone, bound by duty. What is your duty? My duty is to this place, purely as a location. I am its shepherd, a custodian. I keep it from breaking apart in the splitting of its seams. That is all. Who trapped you here? Cannot say. You're not allowed to say? That is correct. Yet I cannot tell you more. What's it like being in the wall? It is nothing, mostly. My perception is not the same as yours, young one. I need to strain, to push myself in order to even have this regular conversation. I cannot do this often or readily. What do you want to tell me then? Truth? I cannot tell you anything. Why is that? The same reason this realm exists. For that I am sorry. It's selfish of me to steal this fray from you. I hope you find it in your heart to forgive me. Your goblin companion is nervously looking around. Cleric. Oh, this woman. This accursed ghost. She's already placed something on you. All the strings around your body are disconnecting, one by one. You cursed me. It is already done. Do not fret. Instead, listen. I see clearly the magnificent non-impact of your death. That is why you are being watched. You are one in a magnitude, most likely, a simple mortal with a faint inclination for the esoteric, whose strings somehow align themselves with that ultimate spirit, or split. The 50-50. Start to feel sick. If you truly are watched, if you truly have this potential, seek three things. Number 1, do not attempt to speak with me, or you will end in another fray. Number 2, attempt instead to speak the key word for the hidden cache within this mural of Esoth. This will remove the Power Stone, disallowing this conversation from ever taking place. And finally, number 3, seek not to uncover the secret of the ignorant flames. The glimpses so far have been a curse enough upon your strings. Feel blood rushing from your eyes and mouth. Remember this key word, young one. Remember. The key word. It is Lugal Me'en. You watch Etir rush to your side. Then you see Snout, yelling at the top of his lungs, something about healing magic. Then fall over the edge. Cleric! Feel nothing in the end. Nothing but a feminine sigh. Reach the end. Your body is consumed by some ancient curse. You die before you even hit the gravity flip. Lugal Me En. I'm writing that down. What the fuck? Look at the wall beneath you. On it, you see a colorful depiction of a battle. Snails versus a dragon. The red scales, the many-colored flames. This is Esoth, the wild dragon who claimed this land for his own. The archetypal tyrant. Can you... Ah, shit, okay. We failed an intelligence check. I think it was a 15. I want to succeed it. No. It was an 18. Sorry, Cloak, you gotta go away for a little bit. Honestly, Let's just max out our intelligence if we can. No. Oh yeah, we can gain one more from our pickaxe. Can you be as it is? Oh! Interesting. Listen to her. I wanna succeed that check first, but then. See you. Focus. No, I can't. I'm bound by the laws of reality, usually. You're a semantic man. Arcanist. How absolutely horrific. She is, for whatever esoteric reason, unable to let you walk away from this conversation. You have been cursed. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. Let us quit the menu. Alright. Interesting that it saves your progress. I'm curious about that. Step out on the edge. Look beyond the mist. Look at the wall below. Lugal Me'en. As the sound leaves your lips, the wall beneath you appears to react. Leaning out to see better, you see a glimpse of light growing from the center of the mural, right at the heart of the drake. What's that light? Cache hidden within the mural. Secrets unlocked via the ancient snail tongue. Unlocked something secret. Oh, cool. From the depth, slowly rising, a stone, faintly glowing, floating towards you. As it approaches, you sense the air around it. It tingles. Stone arrives right in front of you. Ion Stone Fortitude. You touch this intense magic item with your gloved hand. It is obvious this is an Ion Stone. An intensely legendary magic item. Neat. Interesting find. It must be an item left by the Tulan. They were mass-produced during the Coast War, though, so many of them are used to power industries these days. Meaning it's worth a fortune if you could manage to sell it. Ain't exactly easy to find that kind of buyer. Not when you're a city official. Shit. Towers will not allow you to keep it either. But for now, it's yours. Whatever whispers you heard on the wall are now gone. As you stand there on the ledge, all you hear is the silence of the chasm beneath, and the snoring of the troll behind you. Did I know the passphrase? Does appear peculiar. It could simply be an esoteric effect, your essence reacting with that of the mural. Or there's something much more magical happening here. Either case, it is not something to look into at the moment. How strange. Troll? Troll? Where? You should try looking to the north. Do not worry, it appears to be asleep. Nice find. +3 con. Legend Ironstone Fortitude. A legendary magic item. Probably produced during the Arcane era. though its shape allows a more primal design than you'd imagine from the modern craftsman. Floats around your head as you walk. Are we gonna find all the Infinity Stones? Makes sense that we got it from the wall, though. Its back facing the Pillar of Yore, a creature right out of every kid's nightmares. A troll. A frost troll, to be precise, horde creature. Sleeping like a damn babe. Your bloodline pulses within your veins, shying away from its headsman. Your goblin companion stares slack-jawed at the beast. The angel keeps a hand on the hilt of her sword. There is a cage next to the pillar. Something inside is moving, but you'll need to get closer to investigate. It's the guy in yellow. It's Frank, son of Frank. Troll? Yes, your mortal enemy. A scourge upon this world, a scourge whose defeat belongs to you as your birthright. Your life has been building up to this moment. It's time to avenge him. What can we do? I'm not sure, cleric. He reluctantly moves his gaze off the beast to face you. This is beyond anything that I... His whisper is low and shaky. We can't kill a troll. His face says, could we? Whisper, can you deal with this thing, Etir? I'm afraid this will be a great challenge. Her telepathic voice says within your mind. But we have caught it sleeping. That can be a great advantage. She's calculating your odds. They are quite poor. I will follow your lead. She now grips the hilt of the sword. Gods be good. This woman is gold in a world of bronze. Alright, don't get all riled up about the big strong lady now. Focus. Cage. Should I sneak up and check it out? That is a possibility, however it could end poorly. Do it. You were lucky enough to find the troll sleeping. Now you can fuck him up. Bad style. How do I ambush the troll? Opportunist, eh? You need to get closer first to do any proper damage. You will succeed in this. You must. Easy. Just one step after the other. Go prepare first. Good assessment. I think we're as ready as I'll ever be. The sleepy freak, that is too mean. You have not spoken to the troll yet. Perhaps it is a nice troll of the uneval kind. No such thing. All trolls are evil, objectively. We did see its alignment as chaotic evil, so... Intelligence is unfortunately right about that one. Sneak closer. Step after another, you carefully wandered up to the hulking beast. Here's an idea. Just a sneaky little thought. You know that movable rod you've carried around for some time now? Not really used for anything? Put it on its foot, like underneath. Dastardly. And esoterically correct, it will function as a wonderful trap. Check out the cage. Psst. You see a human in the cage, silently standing behind the bars, while gesticulating wildly. The yellow-clad man is attempting to convey the word help. Ah yes, this is him. Your so-called Frank, son of Frank. Hey there. Man in yellow carefully tells you in a very silent tone. The troll is scared of Earth. Use that, good fellow. Oh yeah, I could do that. You see the man in the cage give you a very bright smile, almost too bright. You like him already. Let's ambush this thing. I don't trust that. Back to Etir. Angel nods to you. Ready when you are. Look to Snell. Goblin companion nervously gives you a thumbs up. He's ready to go. Wait, how do I attack a sleeping troll, like, practically? Good question. Getting closer to him would wake him up before you can get a hit in. The best choice here would simply be to attempt to break a toe. Yes, you're guaranteed a success on that, while casting spells always carries an element of risk. Put your movable rod under the troll's foot. You attach the movable rod to the troll's foot without him noticing. Basically a little nail to him, isn't it? But even a tiny nail can be as painful as all hells. Break. One of the troll's toes. Or cast inflict wounds. I don't remember. Yeah, it would be his armor class. Break one of the troll's toes. Now close enough to smell the troll's rank odor, you reach forward and clutch the troll's pinky toe. Twist it. You grab it and give it a mighty twist. You hear a resonating snap, like the first log in a house to crack before the collapse. The troll's eyes burst open as he bellows in rage. The angel brings her sword down into the troll's thigh as he scrambles to get up. Snell whips a stone into the side of the troll's thick skull. A handful of bone fragments spray into the pillar, leaving behind shredded skin and blood. A cleric. Oh, I have waited so long. As he stomps his left foot down, the immovable rod makes direct contact with the rocky ground. The rod instantly becomes stiff, no longer attached to the bottom of the troll's foot. Instead, it anchors to the ground, staying perfectly still, and pierces straight through its flesh. The troll roars as the movable rod implants itself deeply within his clawed foot. Rivulets of blood spilling across the ground. Troll blood, a highly esoteric substance. You can see it mutate upon the ground. Don't look at the blood, look at the damn troll! If you had a reasonable shot of bottling it, I'd get it. You could sell it, but you don't. So, troll! Oh. Yeah, he really wants to kill you. Shit. Destruction. Oh, initiative. Are you kidding me? Well, scheisse. Goblin companion is already acting. Loads a stone into his sling and shoots it, already breathing heavy. He's afraid. Crunches into the troll's kneecap, blowing the skin off and causing him to waver. The angel holds her blade above her head and puts her offhand in front of her. Troll! Her voice is carried in a loud telepathic wave, attracting his attention. A dazzling burst of light pops from her fingers as the troll turns his head. He winces and covers his eyes with both hands. You have awakened, King Gorgalash. Quake, wretch, for your doom is come. Puts back a giant leg, then kicks it forward with another roar. Nails piercing. Like a wave of spears. Try your best to shake off the impact, but damn. You stand tall in front of the troll. Molehill defying the mountain. Act now. Astonishingly foolish. You cannot defeat a troll with brute force alone. Sorcery was invented for moments like these. Your flesh is shaking. Fear in your very limbs. I am Earth returned. Time to finish the job. The troll appears to be taken aback by this at first. You have an opportunity. Get him. He does not believe you. Grease, inflict wounds. Grease will make this check easier, but it's already easy. Cast inflict wounds. Are you kidding? You cast the spell, but you can't focus the energy. It surges and dissipates as you rest your hand on the troll's leg. It accomplishes nothing. This fight is heating up. Focus, focus. The angel sends a message to Snell, motioning at her many eyes. Attack its eyes! Snell tosses his hair out of his eyes and looks up to Gorglash's face. Sweat's flying off his brow, his lightning-fast sling. The goblin fires a shot at the troll's face. It hits his left eye with a loud smack. There we go, direct hit. The troll roars in pain and anger. Non-violence is going to be difficult now. Yes! The angel brandishes her sword and leaps, swipes at the troll's neck, but the troll has recovered from Etir's blinding attack. Shit, he's gonna... Humanly fast, the troll twists, grabbing her out of the air and slams her full length into the ground. Etir! Etir is left on her back, crushed against the ancient stone. She's moving, but very hurt. You cannot hold any back any longer. You must win this. The troll leans forward, hate in his eyes. He swipes at you with jagged claws at a manic pace, belying his size. Tears your flesh into bloody stripes. Ah, blood is drawn. I will mangle your corpse, filthy cleric. Focus. Consider your best options. You're right in the death zone. Get around him. Definitely heal. Do I want to be slippery? Do I want to stomp on his toes? Or figure out a non-violent way to end this? Look into his eyes and see hate and fear. So you see into this troll's rage-filled behavior, you come to a basic yet vital realization. Earth. This is where his anger is directed, but its origin? Fear. You can use this fear of Earth to your advantage. If you successfully impersonate Earth himself, then perhaps this can be resolved quickly. Possible paths are closing off in this fight. Soon it'll be all or nothing. The goblin sits at a safe distance and launches another stone at the troll. Smacks him in the face this time, just to the side of his other eye. You insolent pests! The angel uses her sword to hoist herself up from her spot on the dirt. She moves forward in a disciplined advance, swinging her sword precisely along invisible lines drilled into her over millennia. Her swipe comes to cut at the troll's leg. Kingly Beast roars in response, swatting wildly at both you and Etir. The troll reaches towards you with one hand. Oh shit, no it's not. It's a feint. Master, look up! You notice, too late, the beast moving forward. His foot is coming at you, fast as a missile. Comes down on you like a hammer on an anvil. You cannot resist this force. Try not to be flattened. The rough underside crushes your entire being in an instant. You cannot do anything. It is an impossible weight, and you get crushed against the ancient stone. I failed. Again, yes. Another sacrifice for the pavement, or the gravel road, 30 feet down the lane. Blood pooling into the gutters, people forming a crowd all around. Spectacle of human achievement, a fight against the most fearsome beast of Ascani, ended in an instant. You saw when it happened, when the troll awoke from mud and stone, when its claws clashed against the thatched roof of the neighboring hovel. Father was not the first to grab a pike. He was not the last. He was one of many brave men. I remember the sound. The sound of Mom's scream as she found him. She ran past you. She held his ragged corpse. Blood on the apron. Blood everywhere. You were there for it all. The sight etched onto the inside of your eyelids. The sight of humanity being snuffed out by those wretched creatures, each deserving of complete annihilation, on the gravel road 30 feet down the lane. Mother did not speak with you about it, not once. Never asked. You never asked. That is what a man does. He grabs a pike and goes to face the roaring troll. He gets his bones embedded into the pavement, over and over and over again, till the heavens open to the earth, and the hells spill their guts on your doorstep, until the last man takes his last breath on the last day of existence. Till you die, you will pick up the pike. Jolt awake. Mangled, bruised. You watch as Etir, this strange woman, pushes herself to her limit to lift the troll's foot off your crushed body. Your armored guardian angel pushes the entire leg away. Keep fighting! Dying. A familiar scent wafts near you. Musk. Death. Life. Life. Death. Spores. Look to the side. Not far away you see the mushroom man. He's waving his staff, spores surrounding him in a thick cloud. Feel as your drumbeat of blood, slow and frail, becomes the sturdy rhythm of a march again. Green suffuses you. Your bones are mending. Healing spell, cast through the primal. Urgh! Yeah. Yes, this might actually give you a chance. Now get up. You live? Bones cracked and soul returned. Yes, you live. The troll lets out cackling laughter. I crush you, and yet you stand. Cockroach. You're lucky the angel's strong as shit, Snell yells, loading another bullet. Now keep fighting. We can take him. It's time. Commit to something. Grab him. Yes, you need to commit, but to an actual plan. Figure it out. Now, you know the solution already. Bullies are cowards, and trolls are no exception. His fear of your god is his one defining feature, the thing that's chased him in the darkness down here for decades. Let's try to be Earth, then. At this point, you might actually succeed. Now listen to wisdom. Nice. You pull all of your might into your posture and stand with divine grace, despite the blood caked on you. You enhance the volume of your voice, and speak with a rumble that dwarfs even the troll's voice. You desperately try to hold together your meager kingdom. I need not try, for I know it is mine, and so I reclaim it. What? You are a violent creature, undeserving of my mercy. You call yourself a king. I am a god. You think your size protects you? Know this. You are but a tree grown in my path to be chopped down. No. And now I lift my axe. The troll's anger turns to totally blind, panicked fury. He is terrified, the poor thing. But this is the only way you can end this without more death. And also, it was sick. You killed it. This is when it ends. Despite being visibly panicked and tired, the goblin whips another stone at the troll's head, cracks him right above his eyes. Your companion is on fire. Give him a quick thumbs up. The goblin gives you a curt nod. The angel creates a sphere of light that scalds the eyes to behold. She hurls it at the troll. It explodes in a dazzling splendor, searing his flesh and earning a wail of pain. End this now, cleric. The bloody troll flails at you with immense bulk and deadly claws. Connects again and again and again. Your vision darkens and narrows. This is it. This is everything. This is a time for divinity. Call on Earth. Remember the chants. Easy. 69, nice. You lift your head and try to find within you that delicate yet omnipresent connection to Earth. Seek divine strength. It is there. You draw it into yourself like siphoning from an ocean. fills you up. You burst at the seams with divine power. You feel earth inside of you. Troll. The kingly troll looks around, his face twisted into a pure panic. No, no! Be gone! Be like earth. You will not get me, no! He lunges forward. No, no! Now's your chance. Don't let him get away. This is the end. Focus and a steady mind. It's time to take this evil down. Take him. Break him. Become the troll slayer you were always meant to be. Rush up behind the troll. I am the king of Scotty! I am... Now is your moment. Your god is watching. Every god is watching. Strike down the beast. Finish what Earth started. Defeat Gorgalash. Tackle him. You hear his roar fade into the rushing water below. That is over. Look down. To make sure the fading, echoing yell of the beast means he actually went all the way down to his doom, big leader Gorgalash has fallen down to the gravity flip. That means the troll has a 1 in 20 chance of survival. Let's hope! Gorgalash is heavily damaged and should be stuck in the gravity flip beneath this ridge. It is most likely dead. Take a step back from the ledge. Shaky breath leaves your chest. I can't believe it. That wasn't just a regular troll either, was it? No, it was not. Etir cleans her bloodied blade with a singe of radiant light. On the ground, just off the edge of the chasm, you see the only proof left behind by the beast. A tooth. Tusk. It is called Tusk. A troll king. Grab the tusk. A vestige of an earlier, more brutal era. Well done, both of you. Just happy I'm alive. Snell puts away his sling. I need to sleep for 27 years, or you take any hits, Snell? No, nothing. You and Etir tanked those hits all out by your lonesomes. Speaking of which, how you holding up? You took some pretty nasty blows. I'm okay. Cure wounds or two, and I'm always back to normal. I'll manage. I'm not sure my head's spinning. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. Goblin turns to Etir, who is floating near the edge. And, what about you? I am fine. You see traces on her armor from where the troll grabbed her before slamming her into the ground. You sure, Etir? I can heal you if you need it. She holds up a palm. No, do not waste your spell slots. I will recuperate. She swings her sword, clearing it of troll blood. An embarrassing mistake on my part to let him grab me. It has been many years since I fought against such a foe. Who cares? You saved our asses. She sheaths her blade. I increased your odds, yes. She floats closer to you. I am happy you did not die. Same. Her many eyes moved to Snell. Wonderful sling attacks, Snell. Thanks. If neither of you require any more rest, I suggest we investigate the man in the cage. Go check out the cage by the pillar. Ah, yes, the troll tooth. The tooth of an Ascani troll. It shivers in your grip, trying to regenerate pieces of its marrow. Its esoteric properties have an effect on you. Quickly regenerates HP over time. Whoa. Wacky. The troll's most expensive piece of loot. Potions of healing. Bottle of milk? +1 strength, -5 constitution. Dream patch and bone dust. That's very funny. Bottle of freshly squeezed milk. The label says it's produced in the hills, so it's the finest of the finest. +5 HP when equipped. +1 strength, -5 constitution. Incredible. The pillar continues even further down. The troll must have raided some undercoast merchant. The pillar towers before you. He is speaking to you. Touch the mossy pillar. Touch the mossy pillar. You place your palm against the damp, soft surface. Hold on 1 second. I need to mute. Alright, sorry about that. Oh, you place your palm against the damp surface. Yes. There is a sentience inside. The strings are connected with something beyond. It is easier to make out down here. It appears the esoteric power grows more intense the further down you go. Logically, this could indicate there is a central point somewhere within the undercoast where the power is at a climax. Unfortunately, you cannot reach so deep. No one probably can. However, you could try to reason with this sentience if you so desire. It could prove useful. What? DC 2, but it says DC 1. Well, try to reason with it. Now, with the pillars so far beneath your dear decaying city, the voices are loud. You know damn well what they are. Only a fool would ignore it. The unreasonable assessment of death. Place your palm hard against the surface. Many have written about the pillars of yore. Modern scholars talk about them as nothing but relics of the Gate War, gates themselves to other worlds, the worlds we all came from. However, arcanists knew better. While it is not common knowledge, and most would consider it nothing but an esoteric conspiracy, the great men of Old Dimenor understood the pillar. They knew they are gates. Gates. Dormant gates. But these whispers beyond are not some alien mind attempting to converse. No, it is but the mindless chattering of souls. Souls of our dead. They are finding their way into these dormant gates. Why, you cannot tell. But that is what these screams are. The yelling of the dead. How horrific. Let go of the thought. Yeah. Yes, it is. But this is as far as you go. You understand little about this esoteric relic of the Gate era. Except The souls. You feel the dead inside. Oh. Yes, something to analyze at a later date. For now, having discovered these many levels of the pillar, you feel confident in traversing the paths between them. For now, having discovered these many levels of the pillar, you feel confident in traversing the paths between them. You've unlocked fast travel between the levels of the pillar of yore. Oh, cool. Nice, it's good to know I've secured these paths now. Secured. For the moment, yes. Remember, any part of the city below which is not continuously inhabited and tamed will eventually be reclaimed. Claimed and scattered. Feel a connection to the pillar. It is not eerie, nor is it strange. It is but a familiar scent, one that is just beyond your mental grasp, as the blue will say, in time. Right. Remember to feel as much as you think. The esoteric is not something to be only detailed on paper. It is a wild thing, to be lured and to be loved. This thing sure is way more active than I'd imagined, considering it's just sticking out at the center of the city. A shift might be happening, but that is not for you to investigate. Not now. Leave it for now. Yes. In time, it will be more important. For now, you will do as all others do when it comes to these pillars. Leave them alone. Pick this up. The cage, you can open it. As you approach the cage, you hear a faint voice inside. Ahem. Won't you help me out of here, good fellow? On the ground, you see a key. Hey! Troll dropped it. It's for the cage, of course. Yes, it might have fallen off the troll during the fight. You can probably ask for some type of reward in a scenario like this. Think I should... What do I get in return? Eternal gratitude and a lifelong friend. Kind of friend? Oh, the very rich kind. I might currently just be a prisoner of war or something like a kidnapping victim, but I have my coffers to summon. He said the magic words. Time to save the guy. What do you know about the tea shop? Who are you? You think I should open it, Snow? Yeah, I think you should. Dragon slain. Time to save the damsel. Hear a laugh from inside the cage. Damsel, eh? I'll take it. Now, please. Do you have an opinion, Etir? No. You got yourself a whole council out there, eh? Gotta get everyone's approval, I see. That's okay. I'm not exactly dying in here, but I would appreciate if you got the cage open. Meek, you have any thoughts on this? I like the cage. I don't say I agree, personally, but I respect your opinion. And is that a mimic around your neck? I thought I'd seen everything. Right. What do you know about the tea shop? Look, I'll be very happy to answer any questions you got, but please, you hear him banging on the bars. I'll be much more talkative with my freedoms in order. Who are you? Currently, I'm but a man in need of a great savior. Open the cage with the key. As it opens, you watched a well-dressed and surprisingly not-so-scuffed man step out. Ah, yes, this is the feeling. Prince Meriadoc Moonwatch! Ah, this motherfucker right here, right here. Freedom. The sweetest nectar of any band. Yeah, this guy. He's got style written all over him. This is a merchant prince. Specifically, the Moonwatch heir. You have heard of him. Hugh Meriadoc Moonwatch? The one and only. The fancy freestrider flashes you a series of pearly white teeth. Allow me to properly introduce myself. He bows deeply. Hola, Hez-san, salve amis. Zek, hello, and greetings. He bows forward in a deep performative motion. My name is Meriadoc Moonwatch, great merchant prince of reeds. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, and quite honestly, a much bigger pleasure to be rescued by you. He looks to the goblin, and immediately holds out a hand, presenting his palm. You must be a local tribal member. Great to meet you. He looks at the hand for a beat too long. Technically, yes. He shakes the human's hand. I'm Snout. Ah! Snell knows that's not a handshake. Love it. Ah, of course, Meriadoc says, returning a limp shake. Showing one's palm is quite the ironic visual for such a wealth-focused ideology. And you must be the city angel I've heard so much about. He bows his head before your celestial companion. Dobry. Yes, to you too, although I'll admit I've only picked up a few words of celestial during my travels in Divinitorum. Heard about you. Reedsian author, right? That's it! He lifts his head even higher to proclaim a simple question. And who might you be? A druid of Norvik, great primal caster, and so on. Wow, what a mix-up. Love it. He claps his hands together. You, my good fellow, have just saved the top-ranking member of the Free Strider Revolution. So, now, let us get down to business. What can a son of Free Thazan help you with? Anything you need? Is this the guy who dropped the yellow hat? Most likely, yes. Hand over the fancy yellow hat. Oh, won't you look at that? It's yours, I assume. It is indeed. Must have lost it at some point. Did get in quite the hurry. He reaches into one of his collected packs and pulls out a book. This is the least I could give you in return. A signed limited edition copy of Beyond Reads. Hands it to you with gusto. Don't really read travel books. And see it as a keepsake. I tried to infuse my writings with Free Strider ideals, and it's proven quite popular across the coast. Hopefully it's a sign of the times. Gaia's good fortune to come. He smiles and puts on his fancy yellow hat. It sadly does not suit him. You will continue imagining him without the hat. Gods, I love this hat. It's been on a lot of adventures, you know. Anyway, questions I can help you with? Are you here? Great question. I'm on a covert expedition, you see. Lean in and whisper, covert? Yes. I am on a journey to document the experience of the esoteric wonders beneath your city of Norvik, meaning the maze of the water temple, the depth of the fungal valley, and of course the great undercoast path itself. A half-frozen, half-submerged spiral maze in the city below, found underneath the mouth of the river Torna, and is said to suck in a portion of the river's water, sending it to the undersea. A similar temple is said to be found at the start of the river, far inland, near the edges of the infinite wastes. Oh, why here? Because these wonders are truly wondrous. Quite honestly, reaching the gravity flip just isn't as easy as it used to be. Back in Thazan, it could be a week's travel just to get to this kind of depth. I'm currently writing my next book called The Free Strider's Guide to Oscan. Writing a travel book about a place you've never even visited sounds a bit silly, doesn't it? It's quite the thing, this job of mine. Be quiet. I used my trusty collection of spells to make my way down. Some invisibility, some detect magic, some charm person. Classic first level divination spell. It allows the caster to view magical effects, enchantments, illusions, and other esoterical things clearly within a certain range. You don't have access to this currently, but detect secret should be a good substitute. Following the directions I bought from an old retired cleric, a recommended source, I found the hidden path down from the Tolstad tunnels. Easy trip. Surprised me, really. Who'd you cast Charm Person on? A bugbear named Moongore, a lovely lady, but she more or less forced my hand. You know a fair amount of spells. He stretches a bit, looking uncomfortable. It's not something I like to advertise, but yes, I've been trained since I was a lad. As you might imagine, the horrors of magocracy make magic a less than desirable skill among free city leaders of all kinds. Tell me about this old retired cleric. Of course, a fellow named Boris. He lives with a monkey. What? Gorilla, to be precise. Ape, I suppose, his roommate. I'm not entirely sure why I mention it, but it just seems like the most natural point of interest about Boris's character. I was informed I was recommended to him as a source of information about delving and Norvikian navigation. He's apparently served as a cleric here for over 40 years. Hells of a career. Gorilla. Again, it is a very interesting detail, but I suggest meeting with him yourself if you want to know more. He looks away for a moment. Boris, yes, a lovely fellow. You've heard his name at some point. Boris Kurson. Never met the fellow, but among the ranks he's not exactly highly esteemed. Probably one of those retired clerics doing side work for the Pest Control Guild. It pays. But man, you gotta meet this guy someday. Like a monkey roommate? What the hell? And then the troll? He groans and rubs his eyes. I really should have been more careful, but once I'd reached this far down, I figured there wouldn't be any trouble if I just rested a bit under one of those mushrooms. Mostly to regain my spell slots, and well, there's not much to say. I was thrown into a cage, interrogated a bit by that brutish troll. I spent my remaining spell slots on him, but nothing seemed to work. Yes, he did seem quite esoterically resistant. Indeed, not entirely of course, but every charmed person I cast just bounced off. At first I thought it was due to his nature. Obviously, charmed person only works on direct humanoids. However, trolls are distinctly a giant variety. They even speak a broken offshoot of the giant tongue. So I'm quite confused over it, considering the esoteric freezing around the beast. I'm sure there was some strange pocket or biome effect he carried with him. Quite strange. Did you manage to talk with the troll? Sure. If by talk you mean him screaming at me and threatening to eat me for a fair bit of time. Lovely experience. It'll go straight into the book. The last vestige of Ascani's brutish past. Yes, that'll work. So no useful information. Well, the brute did mention something about how much he hated Earth. Sounded like he was one of the few who survived your dear God's cleansing during the city's founding. He also spoke about rebuilding the tribe, but I'm not sure what that even means. So good riddance, I say. Such a beast has no place in civilized society. Compared to the half-giants of Vorgeny, I do not see much potential in trolls. He glances towards your goblin companion. Goblins, for example, are more or less stellar examples of this democratization of tribal cultures, if you pardon the expression. Snell looks tired. Happy to be a stellar example for you and your ideology. Either way, he's gone now. Hopefully. The way he fell down into the deeper reaches of the gravity flip should suggest a gruesome death. But don't take anything like that for granted. What makes these parts so wondrous and horrific both is the esoterically unstable nature of these strings. You never know what you'll get. What do you know about the tea shop explosion? His smile drops. Suppose I should tell you a little story. Yeah, we've been looking for you, Frank Frankson. He nods to the goblin. I hope we can keep this under wraps, of course, but as you might have imagined already, I'm down here without any permit. Snell can the halfways look away for this one. Snell looks the free strider up and down. Yeah, tell us what you know, and I'll get whatever permit you need, okay? Wonderful. He braces himself. I arrived in the morning, and planned on taking a stroll through Tolstad before heading down. My presence was a bit of bad timing, really. Week before the election and a son of 3000 arrives on the scene? That could cause a bit of a havoc. And since our dear Ascani Reed's trading company was doing so very well in this election, I did not want to steal any limelight. Then, of course, fate intervenes. And just when I find myself before the Ascani pillar, a darn fireball goes off next to me. Just my luck. So once the ringing had stopped, some goblins started swarming the place, trying to put out the flames. I decided quite quickly that this could end poorly for both my timetable and the poor people who had to deal with this mess. Sounds like an awful coincidence. Like they say, fortuitous Gaia frowns upon my path. That's lady luck. I rushed down the stairs. Since I had already had my direction, I figured I'd postpone the upstairs sightseeing. Head straight down into the below, as you people say. Stumbled upon anything on the way? Free Strider gives you a solemn frown. I saw something. See, I have a pair of glasses. They allow me to detect magic, among other things. Where are the glasses? Lost, sadly. The troll shook me around, so they've ended up somewhere down the river, I presume. What you see? Saw a man on fire. What? Specifically, I saw the outline of a man. Invisible. An invisible man. Perhaps I should describe it more like a... He scratches his chin, then perks up. Ah, yes. An invisible smoking man. My glasses allowed me to see him, or at least the faint outline of his esoteric illusion. Where? I had just entered the... What is it called? The area right below, with all the apartments in the big ravine. Pillar crossing. You saw this invisible man at the pillar crossing? Yes, that's it. Saw him heading across the bridge, or rather, towards the pillar. What time did you see this? Couldn't have been more than minutes after the explosion. How many seconds does it take to walk from the pillar upstairs to the pillar downstairs? 60 seconds tops. Then perhaps that. I was rushing to get away from the drama after all. Could you see any other details about this man? It was clear that it was a man. He was on fire, and he was probably wearing some type of armor. Silhouette made that fairly obvious. A human, I would guess. Too tall for a dwarf, too short for a, I don't know, half giant. But really a humanoid slightly taller than either of us. I'm sure you're experienced with detect magic, but my glasses are not as powerful as the spell usually allows. So sadly, all I could see was that silhouette. What did the man do? That's a question worth 1,000,000 tens, eh? What did he do? Burning invisible man seen right after the explosion. Yeah, I need to know what he did. Meriadoc takes a deep breath. He went inside the pillar. Inside the pillar, he says. Pillar of yore. Elaborate. I agree, that seems reasonable to do. Strange, but let's be clear. I first thought I saw a strange esoteric event, or a ghost. Because this silhouette I saw, it went straight into the pillar of yore. Right in. As if it walked into the stone. And the stone turned into... how do I describe it? A magical mass. Warping around the invisible man. His flames being put out, and his being merging into it. Portal. A gate. He walked into a portal. That would be my guess, yes. Wherever he went, once he was inside the pillar, his presence disappeared immediately, along with the esoteric force emanating from the stone. I've never seen anything like it, but I have read about it. The pillars of yore across the coast, the Arcanists perform many an experiment on them. There have been reports found in hidden documents during the rebuilding of Thazan, you see, documents from high-ranking Arcanists. This is all kept very secret among Free Strider ranks, of course. This could help me a lot. I can tell you one thing about it, perhaps. Gimme, gimme, gimme! Nice. He glances at your angel companion with her hand on the handle of her sword. Yes, this man clearly accepts logic, a rational human, a wizard even. Mr. Meriadoc, any information you can give me will help in this case. Now push the most rational thing he obviously desires, if any of these foolish free striders desire. If you tell me something about the pillar, then telling me will not only help my case, it will also, most importantly, keep the first ever election of Norvik safe. He claps his hands together. You said the magic word, didn't you? Yes, I do worry that this whole event will curse the Free Strider cause. If you can keep things clean up... The Free Strider gives a reluctant nod. Fine. As I said, this is top secret, so you did not hear it from me. He crosses his arms and looks out into the mist. The Free Strider ideal is meritocracy without magic. However, obviously, we inherited the massive esoteric caches left behind by the Arcanists because of the beheadings. Terrible and idiotic waste of talent. Easy way to get some magical goodies, kill all the wizards. While magic itself grew weaker over the years due to Arcanist greed, many of their findings are still quite useful to this day, especially their scientific data. So secret about this then. They appeared to have been in contact with Yor. That is fascinating. Think what would be the reasonable reaction to this would be. Shock and horror. The wizard should be dead and gone. Awe and terror. Intrigue and wonder. Just let him explain it. It's not exactly a conversation or anything. They received esoteric messages, not unlike the ones recorded during the Gate era by, well, civilizations like the snail folk who built all these ruins around us. It was an omen, you might call it. What did he tell them? The Free Strider taps his hand onto the pillar. Some strange codes, taught them some new spells. The last message we found, written down by one of the arcanists of Hagenshags, it was in order to stop. Stop what? Stop opening the gates. He raises his chin. You see, then he places a hand upon the pillar beside him. They found cracks in the gates. The gates of Yor leading to the outside. The place we all came from. They got out. Teams of Arcanists, back when they still wielded 9th, 10th, and 11th level, in even 11th level spells. They could enter into the pillars just for short stints. Many did not return, but those who did described a void of souls, alien worlds beyond, far realm aberrations, and paths within strings, whatever that means. Their work was cut short due to the Coast War, but they got in, my good fellow. Yor was not too happy about that. Did not appear so, no. He nods. I believe that invisible man, who most likely fled directly from the explosion, he too entered one of those cracks in the ancient gate. As unlikely and wondrous as that seems, there's a rogue spellcaster capable of hiding inside the gate, and someone will have to apprehend him. Huh. How would you even deal with that? Like, do we follow him through the crack? Yes, Snell. We must follow him through the crack. Glare at the pillar. Meriadoc chuckles. A nervous chuckle. Good luck with that, I say. But unless you happen to know some ancient being or gods forbid, still alive, Arcanists, then I'm afraid you're out of luck. We found no realistic way to replicate their attempts to enter the pillar. It's not like higher tier spells are exactly common, eh? Could a sphinx count as an ancient being? Oh, you speak of the Gyno Sphinx upstairs. She's quite the celebrity. Hells, if you can get her on your side, then why not? I do know some Free Strider researchers attempted to get on the good side of a Sphinx in one of the layers near Kriyiv, but that didn't exactly end too well. What about a Lich? He squints at you. About it. Just hypothetically. Yeah, sure. Look, Liches come in all sizes. We had entire cities run by Liches back in old Dimenor. Some of those Arcanists who went inside the cracks and survived were Liches. So yeah, if you happen to know a Lich, sure. The Lich might help you, if they don't consume your soul first. You aware they are quite literally life-sucking horrors, right? I'll be careful. Good. And good luck, you'll need it. What about an insane demi-lich? I'd suggest staying away from one of those, but really, even if you had one as your best friend, it probably would not have the power to perform such magic. Yes, I'll find a way in. As I said, I'm happy to be of service, looking very worried for your safety. Your goblin companion, who stands quiet next to you as you discuss these methods of interplanar travel, raises a hand, just to be clear. We're talking about teleportation, like magical transportation. Nod slowly. Snell side-eyes the grinning Free Strider before leaning in with a scowl. Look, I'm speaking on behalf of Lady Sageleaf when I say this. Takes you aside a few steps away from Meriadoc. The halfways want this handled, no matter the obstacle. No matter what? No matter what. He gives you a determined frown. This could be very dangerous. No, I get it. His eyes speak of bravery in the face of an overwhelming new experience. I'm not taking this lightly, I promise. What does Lady Sageleaf really want? Why does Sageleaf really want this so badly? The goblin thinks about it, letting his eyes land upon the pillar. Then he tells you, if we don't get something tangible, like, for example, this rogue spellcaster, then the halfways will be in a really shitty situation. Oh, tell me more. Lean in. Economically speaking, the city is fucking us all the time. Sorry to break it, but your bosses don't really make it easy for us. My bosses, yeah, they suck. Agree to agree. If the city manages to get their way on this whole fireplace failure narrative, along with all those damn zoning disputes, legally, we're looking to get completely screwed. Lots of tenants that we have to house without any permits for the apartments they occupy. Hundreds of buildings across Tolstad, commerce, living space, even some governmental locales. Oh. If we don't get something tangible, or at the very least, some type of leverage on your dear Magistrate Darrow, then. He lets out an exasperated sigh. I have to do anything I can to stop that from happening. The old lady put her trust in me to handle it. That's what you'll do. That is what I'll do. We've decided to go into the pillar. Turn back to Merida. Oh, how lovely. I hope you survive. If you do, I'll be sure to write a piece about it. Are you voting in the election? Funny that you should mention that. I did hear that anyone authorized to stay within the city is allowed to cast a vote, which is a wonderful policy. The Ascani Reeds Trading Company has thoroughly pushed for its implementation. However, as an outsider and one of significant political power, I will not partake. Free Strider choosing not to vote. Isn't democracy your thing? He shrugs. It would simply be tasteless. This election of yours should be decided by those who call Norvik home. Whether they've been here for a week or a decade doesn't matter, but I do not call it home, so I will not vote. That's why I haven't made my presence known here in the city. I'm here incognito. He's looking for a fight. You should disagree with him. He'll like that. Allowing anyone to vote like that is an awful policy. It can and will be abused. It makes sense to me. The future is a world of free striders after all. Free trade, global prosperity, and brotherhood. Peace across the coast. Make a heart sign. Or I don't care. If you're not voting, you're useless. He lets out a big laugh. I like that. The spirit. Democracy only spreads with that kind of heart and gut. Keep it real, good fellow. You know about an elf on Tolstad? Here on Tolstad. Not really, no. I have a few elven friends in Reeds, but I'm quite here in Norvik. How come? Nothing you need to concern yourself about. How mysterious. Nah, I want to tell him. An elf died in the explosion in the tea shop. Oh, I had no idea. That's certainly a scandal in the making. An elf, you say? Ilum, I presume. Uh-huh. A tragedy, yes. Very much so. Awful, really. He shakes his head. I will leave this investigation to you, but I assure you, I have no contact with any elf in this city of yours. Truth. Tell me more about you. Dangerous thing to ask a merchant prince. Stare at him, then look around, then stare at him some more. He stares back for a second before continuing. I'm just someone who could very easily talk your ear off. He lets out a hearty laugh and strikes a pose. I've been known to bore officials in every city with my political rants, and intrigue common folk around the coast with my tales. So go ahead. What do you wish to know about Meridoc Moonwatch? Don't speak of yourself in third person. It's pretentious. Don't do that much, do I? You appear to have left an impression on the Free Strider. His expression shows insecurity now. Just don't. Right. So you're an author. I am. Over the course of a very long and illustrious career, it's only getting started, by the way, I've written over 30 books to date. 5 historical biographies about the Coast War revolutionaries, those important figures who paved the way for free striderism. Over a dozen highly regarded novellas following the adventures of the fictional mage hunter Prelix Med. And of course, the rest are my famous travel journals, the main series of which focuses on a band each. And I've only got 3 more to go. Which bands have you yet to explore? Divini Torum, since I'm still awaiting an official invitation from our Free Strider contacts in the Golden Horde, it would be much easier to explore the mountain and its slopes if I had a celestial bodyguard, would it not? Then, Ascani, I'm here to research the book right now. And finally, Im. Im. As I'm sure you know, it's not exactly a band friendly to outsiders. Even if you ignore the giant magical walls stretching across the eastern and western land paths, as well as the tree creatures tossing boulders at any ship nearing most shores, or the giant ethereal spiders, or the blood curses, or the infinite swamps, or the wild primal spirits, even if you ignore that, Im's biggest issue for an explorer is simply the fact that we do not have a single contact inside its border. They do exist. We know of many folk who originate from its shores and forests and strange broken cliffs. However, since the Fade Era, there does not seem to exist any large-scale civilizations. One day, I will brave its trials. But it will be the last band I tackle. It might be my doom. But if there are people inside those walls whose lives could be improved by freestriderism, then it is my duty to do so. Quite the writer. Or I'm not impressed. Quite the writer. Sure am. Something to do with those long winters at my mansion in Thazan, or those long ship rides along the coast. Not impressed. You're quite the brazen fellow, aren't you? I like that. It's refreshing. I'm usually swarmed by adoring fans wherever I go. Another reason why I travel incognito. I prefer your impression, quite honestly. Did you become a trade prince? Long story. As in an actual very long story. Got time. Wonderful. Gives you an excited nod. I was born during the Battle of Thazan. That's quite the detail, isn't it? The Battle of Thazan? With the tanks and the fall of the city? Oh yes. It was the beginning of the end of the Magocrats. My father was the head of a minor noble family in Thazan at the time. He protected us as the city crumbled, and swore on that day to never again support the Arcanists. That was the day the revolution started as well. In time, my father joined them. As the wizards attempted to rebuild their city, freestriderism grew among the people. It was a natural event, like an awakening among all folk. I was there. I saw it every step of the way. The Arcanists no longer flew in the skies. They could no longer harness those infinite power sources. We mortals could now strike them down. Me and my sisters have fought with the revolution all our lives. As we won, our family's trade corporation was regarded as a cornerstone of the Freestrider movement. We were ordained as a high corporation. Once I'd proved myself worthy as a spreader of the ideals, I was granted a position within the corporation as a trade prince. It's been my life ever since. How old are you? 57 years old. What the fuck? He bursts out with a wild laugh. Good gods, yes, I keep forgetting I don't quite look it. Being a trade prince has its perks, you see. Ever heard of a potion of longevity? The life-extending potion. How many have you had? 3. It's quite risky to drink anymore though, so I probably won't. You see, they get progressively more side effecty the more of them you ingest. Considering what my coven tells me, I should probably be happy with a natural death now. Expensive are they? Arguably invaluable. However, if I were to do some head math, by supporting my personal coven, funding their brewery and buying all the ingredients, probably paid somewhere around 1,000,000 for each of them, maybe more. That's maybe upwards of 2,000,000 crowns. It's a lot. Sure is. Can I have one? No. I had to try. I admire your attempt. Even a mega coven can only brew 1 or 2 of those potions in a given year. As you can imagine, they go to whoever has the most resources. Seems unfair. Many would agree. However, limited resources are what they are. What is a trade prince? I oversee certain branches of the Moonwatch High Corporation for one. There are some responsibilities to the revolution, of course, but that's really more of a side hustle, the writing being one of them. Lots of politicking and lots of traveling. A very fun position. Literally your dream job. Doesn't sound very fun. Or must be stressful. Sometimes, but I like it. Perhaps I'm a bit of a thrill seeker, though. So you just travel around a bunch? Most of every day, every year, yes. I haven't gotten tied down yet, so this exciting lifestyle is what I've chosen. We'll see if that changes in the future. Perhaps I'll get married. Who knows? What about you, good fellow? You tied the knot yet? Your heart, it is pumping. Alert, alert! Your goblin companion glares at you. Sorry, I must have mumbled. I said, do you have yourself a woman? Or perhaps a man. I'll be honest, I've yet to research how the Earthfolk manage their intimates. Buggering isn't outlawed here, is it? Gods, I hope not. Oh, of course. I know what you are. You really can't handle a conversation like this. Can't you dodge it or something? Atir's many eyes land upon you, and then the goblin. Smell, are you okay? Is it? Yeah, this is normal, don't worry. He mutters back to her. I attempt not to faint. Sorry, must seem like a strange question, but you'd be surprised. There are tons of cities across the coast that try to regulate and codify what people do with their bums. It's all quite ridiculous. It's all really quite ridiculous. I need to stabilize myself. It could be done. +3 enhance ability, -1 DC. Meek keeps an eye out. Advantage, you have Snell's moral support. Nice. You raise your head. The nervousness is gone. Hope it's not bad to ask. Look at the free strider. Ask about what? Oh, sorry. I must have been unclear. I just wanted to ask about buggering. The butt. Yes, is it legal here in Norvik? Yes, I believe so. Norvik has no laws dictating sexual activity between consenting adults. Legal courtship and marriage is also open between all folk types and adult people over the age of 21 in human scaled years. It is legal then. Good to know. So, about my original query then. Got yourself a special someone at home, my good fellow? The deep question that haunts you at night. Or sphere of annihilation. Clear your throat for an uncomfortable amount of time. No. Oh. Stare at him nervously. Well, I wish you well in the future then. If that is a thing you even want to begin with, of course. Many go through life alone, many do it without a standard experience of love, and that is all valuable as well. Keep staring at him. He nods and smiles. Convince him to pay you a lot of crowns. Nice! Ah, yes. You know how. How to get him to give me money? Yeah. Just be quick and decisive. Maybe weigh it on the fact you just saved his life. Sorry, did I say something? He's just muttering to himself. It happens sometimes. Mr. Meriadoc, trade prince, hold out a hand. Yes. I just saved your life. Keep holding out your hand. Ah, I understand. Tosses you a heavy pouch. 500 balloons. Enjoy, sir. Look inside. There are many hundred crowns in this pouch. Gawk at it! Those were my travel reserves. I always keep an extra pouch of the local coinage. I have to say, crowns are quite marvelously designed. It's probably my 7th favorite type of coin behind pennings, snibs, sigs. I do think embers and brimarks and souls are all somewhat equal in usage. What about elvish coinage? What about Yanpala? So it's not your favorite. Look disappointed. Thanks for the money. Put this to good use. I deserve this money. What about Yanpala? He visibly and audibly shudders. At the bottom, darn ice cubes. He smiles broadly and effectively. He does not care about these coins. This pouch is as valuable to this man as a filed down to 1/10 of its original sized crown would be in contrast to you. One day, you'll be at his level, surely. That's all I got for now. Very well. I think I'll pick myself up here for a bit. I think that darn bastard troll tossed some of my belongings down the riverbed. Hopefully I'll be able to recover some of it, but either way, thank you again, good fellow. You perform an amazing service for me and the entire revolution. If you believe some of my fans, he presents his palm to you. I owe you a great deal. If we ever cross paths again, I'll be sure to repay you. Yeah, don't shake it. Don't worry about it. Then I won't. The free strider shows you his palm in an open gesture. Well then, if you need anything else, I'll still be here for a little bit. But good luck out there, and if I have time, let us speak again on election day. Be sure to hang around Tolstad when it's time. Alright, goodbye, Prince Moonwatch. Oh my god. I could swipe. I could absolutely swindle this motherfucker. Chaotic good? I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Beyond reads. Did I lose a helmet? Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to check the VOD. The legendary book written by Meriadoc Moonwatch himself. It has become a smash hit all over the coast when it was released around a decade ago, and its many accuracies and falsehoods have helped shape a Freestriderian view of all 8 bands. This is a limited edition signed by the author, quite valuable. Nice. Human reads folk, level 6 writer. Strength 10, Dex 17, Con 12, Int 14, Wisdom 7, Charisma 16. A true freestrider. He's famous, known among any metropolitan square, mansion, and or ballroom across the coast. The type of guy who's leveraged the changing world and its new popularized technology to gain a hell of a lot of staying power. But he's also old money. That certainly didn't hurt. So not as impressive as the scrappy underdog story would have you believe, but still pretty impressive. Honestly, for a blue blood with Arcanist ties to even survive the revolution is a feat of its own. But to flourish, that's true talent. His smile is wide. His mouth never stops its filleting of the new age. That is where his interest lies. His betting and investment of the age of crowds. But populism has its weaknesses. The main one being, you gotta stay close to people. Meriadoc seems to keep that knowledge close to heart. Ah, my good fellow, you return. He gets up from rooting around his half-torn bags. What can I do for you? We can get him to pay more. I don't know about that. Your stomach churns. Large mushroom with some berries growing around it. The lingonberries. Swamp extract. Handful of lingonberries. They smell of the moist underhollow. They are simply too precious to actually eat, though. Plus, they leave terrible stains. Keep them safe. Alright, I need to get back out of my wisdom shite. Snail door. It allows you to enter. Could climb these vines. A headless, decaying body. This one belonged to some type of druid, it seems. Speak with plants. Yoink. Absolutely yoink. The roots are moving, ever so slightly. Ancient Helm. +2 Wisdom, -1 Charisma, -1 Constitution. Alright, well, some interesting things, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to call it there after I read Speak with Plants. 3rd level transmutation spell. Casting time 1 action. Category primal, range self, 30-foot radius, verbals, somatic components, situational up to 10 minutes. Imbue plants within 30 feet of you with limited sentience and animation, giving them the ability to communicate with you and follow your simple commands. You can question plants about events in the spell's area within the past day, gaining information about creatures that have passed, weather, and other circumstances. If a plant creature is in the area, you can communicate with it as you shared a common language, but you gain no magical ability to influence it. Honestly, I want to look at the journal. Yeah. It's been a while since we've looked here. I love the way the map looks. Alright. Ooh, and we can take root. We have 2 things to take root about. Well, that will unfortunately have to be for next time. Sorry for the shorter stream today, but I got shit to do, unfortunately. So, I'll talk to y'all later. And until then, have a good one. Bye.